Hey everybody, this is Kim, and I am back with episode number 18 of the Crafty Nomad podcast. And as you guys already know, they call me the Crafty Nomad because I am all over the place when it comes to my crafting. So we are back. I am in the midst of my 100 days of whips project, and I'm just here to give you guys my weekly update on how far I have come. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I embarked on this journey on April 19th, and I have resolved to work on my whips every day for the next 100 days and really try to get some of these old things that have just been languishing done. I have whips from not every, but a lot of the categories that I love to craft in, and I have mostly so far been focused on the knitting and the crocheting, and I did a little bit of the cross stitch. I have not touched my mixed media art yet, and I haven't touched or shown you any progress on my scrapbooking, but those are going to be a part of this 100 days, and right now I can't even remember what day I'm on, but at any rate, I started out with something like 16 or 17 different whips that I wanted to really tackle over the next 100 days. Now, I did not promise that I wouldn't start new things because I definitely haven't even have had the nerve to finish at least one of the new things that I started. So yeah, I don't have any hard and fast rules about not starting. And I know that I hear different podcasters, a lot of different people talk about how stressful it would be to have so many different whips. And even one of my friends, she's not a crafter at all, but she supports me by clicking on my YouTube video. And she said she heard my very first one when I announced this 100-day project. And she said that I said, "Oh, I have about 17 objects I want to talk about." And she was like, "OMG, I don't think I'm going to be able to watch this whole thing." At any rate, I just it's so many projects, so much yarn, so little time, and so I can't help it. I always want to just cast on new things. However, over the next 100 days, I do want to put a dent in some of these projects that I started and just have let go. And a lot of them, as you can tell by how quickly I'm kind of finishing them, I stopped when I was just about finished with them, and so if I can get them done, then I will be down to just a few whips. And, the truth of the matter is, I don't work on 17 different things every week. I end up focusing on 4 or 5. So why not just have 4 or 5 whips going at one time? But anyway, I've been getting a lot of progress done, and I have really been enjoying this project. So I'm going to go ahead and get started by showing you guys. I do have 3 finished objects. I have, I think, 3 additional things that I worked on this week, and some stash, and that's going to be it for today. So let's see if I can get this done in under 30 minutes. Now, please note, I already did record the first 5 minutes of this, and this webcam stopped recording, so I'm hoping that we will continue on. And I'm actually, maybe it's because I tried to move the computer so you guys can see. So the first thing I'm going to show you is this lovely completed log cabin Afghan that is completely finished. It's going to be hard. I'm not going to be able to get it in the frame, but you guys can kind of see. That's one side of it. That's the other side of it. It is completely finished. I am even going to show you around the back where all the ends are woven in. So this is actually a completed project ready for donation. I will put a picture at the end so that you guys can see exactly how it looks. I mean, it's still wonky looking. I got to get down the whole blocking of acrylic thing down, but at any rate, this thing is finished and ready to be donated. So, yay me! The other completed object is my coworker. I had worn some fingerless mitts like on the few days that it was cold enough to wear hand mitts in Southern California. I wore mine, and we work in really cold air conditioned offices, and she saw them and she was like, "Oh my God, I need something just like that." So boom, I made her fingerless mitts, all completed, ready to be delivered tomorrow. pretty close in the striping. This is some Deborah Norville yarn that I got at Joann's. 100% acrylic and really, really soft and squishy. These were really, really easy. I think it's called Alice's Fingerless Mitts on Ravelry. Very, very easy pattern and free. And also, these literally, like, I literally made these Saturday and Sunday is when I made these. I had gotten one of them to a point where I was putting in the thumb hole, but I just didn't like the way it was looking, so I ripped the whole thing back and started again. Got that one done from, I think, Friday night into Saturday morning, and then started the second one and got that one done. So just closing these up so I can deliver these to her tomorrow. I really wanted to focus on these because she really liked them. She asked me for them a while ago, and then recently when she was sitting in her cold office, she asked me for them again, so I went ahead and finished them for her. And so that is my second finished object finally. But that's a really fast easy knit. I actually did when I first did them, I did it on double pointed needles, but I ended up because I love knitting the socks on the 9-inch circulars. I thought, what if I get a US size 8 in a 9-inch circular? Maybe that'll make these easier to do, and it certainly did. So that's how I ended up making those. I highly recommend that pattern. I will link it in the show notes. I highly recommend it as an easy, quick knit for beginners, as well as easy, quick Christmas gifts for people to make. So there you go. And then I don't know why I decided that I wanted to do this, but for some reason, I don't know, maybe I think I saw the pattern. I think I was like browsing Lion Brand, their website, and there was a free pattern for this chunky cowl. And I had the yarn already, but I didn't have the needle, so I ran over to Michael's and bought some. Oh, I didn't bring it over here. Some US size 19 loops and threads needles. And when I got it home and I looked at the pattern, I was like, oh my goodness, I bought straight needles, and it required circular. So I had the yarn, wrong needles, but I had some needles, and so I looked up another pattern, and this one is a red heart yarn pattern. And it is called the Rendezvous Cowl, which I will also link below. And it is just a very chunky cowl. And this, I mean, the other one is also a chunky cowl, but this one was knit flat. And then you can see, I'm not the best of seamers, but it's seamed up in the back. And so you can see my seaming right there. And so I really wanted to do it in the round because I'm not the best seamer, but this will do. And I have a niece who is moving from Southern California to Virginia, where it does get cold. So this will probably be given to her. But it's really cool. It's a nice, chunky, easy cowl. This is Loops and Threads Country Loom yarn in the charcoal colorway, and this is 100% acrylic, but I promise you, I know there are people that just don't like non-natural fibers, but if you don't mind acrylic, this one is soft and gushy. It is going to feel great on the skin, and it's going to be machine washable. So that is my third FO for the week. So very productive week. So the only other things that I have worked on this week, I have continued to work on my socks. And so I'm resolved because now Brownberry, Mars from the Brownberry Chronicles podcast, is finished with her first Fish Lips Kiss heel socks. And the other lady that we started out with, whose name is escaping me right now, she's finished with hers. I'm the one that's been posting a million pictures, and I'm gonna finish with mine. So, but look at, here's where I am on the second sock. That you can see the heel is already turned, and I've already started out on the foot. This is about where I was the last time you saw me, and I got this far. So I'm probably, my 100 days posts are going to be kind of boring because I'm probably going to be working on this because it's time for this to be done because I need to cast on my other socks that I want to do this month. In my mini knit along with the cat lady, so Andrea. So, and plus I want to also enter those into the autism awareness Cowl over at the Pin Hook and Needles podcast with Marlisha and Talia. So that's these next. I swear to you, it's going to be my goal to be finished with these the next time we meet. Okay, so that's what I've been working on, and that one is hanging out in the Silvershed USA owl bag. It's my sock bag, really. And then what else do I have over here? Okay, so I really enjoyed the handbrake cowl. So I cast on another one, and I am using Neapolitan. It is Loops and Threads, um, impeccable yarn, 100% acrylic yarn from Michaels in the Neapolitan colorway. And this is how far it's getting washed out a little bit, but it's the prettiest colors. I wouldn't mind getting some sock yarn in this color. At any rate, that's how far I am on my second handbrake cowl. And yep, that is where I'm at on that one. Continuing on that. And then the last thing is that since I really wanted to make the chunky cowl in the round, I did run off and get the right side, the circular needles in the circular needles in the size 19 so that I could do it. But I wanted to use a different yarn, but I didn't want to use, it calls for like super bulky yarn, and I really only had the Country Loom super bulky, which doesn't really, to me, when I looked at it next to some of the other super bulky yarns, it really seemed a little bit thin. So I think I held it. I held two strands together so that I could get that bulky cowl out of it. So this time I am using Country Loom. Country Loom. Wait a minute. I am using. Okay, weird. But I don't have the ball band for this yarn that I'm using. I forgot the name of this yarn, but this is not Country Loom. This is a Lion brand yarn, and the colors it's really like greens and turquoises, and not nearly as blue as it's looking right there, and way more green. But I'm holding this 3 strands together, and I am knitting a chunky cowl. And let's see if I can get this. Let me see if I can get this straight. I am knitting on these big old whopping size 19. So you can see I'm holding 3 strands together. And let's see if you can see that. And see this is like Country Loom yarn right here is my stitch marker because these things are so huge that I don't have a stitch marker that would actually fit these. So right now, this is a free pattern on Lion brand. So I'm just doing ribbon right now where I'm doing 2 knits, 2 purls for 3 rows. I gotta do 1 more row, and then I'm just gonna stocking that stitch it until it's done. So this will probably be finished So that's my third thing that I worked on this week since I last talked to you guys. I probably worked on like 6 different projects. So I think those are all of my my whips and my finished objects. And I'm only 15 minutes in, so this is going to be a shorter one today. I am going to show you. Let me get my notes. Yep, I showed everything. So I'm just going to say this week I'm going to focus on finishing the socks. And I'm going to focus on finishing the crochet bear because it is really, really close. But I'm going to give most of my attention to the socks. And then the sapphire, the Tunisian crochet sapphire wrap, which is really close to being finished as well. So this weekend was a busy weekend. I think it was my last uber busy weekend. And I was talking to my husband. I'm like, wow, we have been going for it since somewhere around January, maybe December, with so many different things that we've done with our weekends. And we both work full time. I work outside of the home. My husband mostly works from home, but we both work full time. And so to have our weekends filled up is a true blessing. A true blessing, because it just means that we have a lot of love in our lives. We got a lot of people, a lot of friendships, and just a lot of people that we share our lives with. And so we're at birthday parties, we're at housewarmings, and we are at, just hanging out with friends and having a really full, beautiful life. And at the same time, we also look forward to slowing down a little bit. I believe over the next few weeks, we won't have as much of a packed time. It's probably not going to be that. It's probably not going to slow down. But you guys know how it is. When you have kids, you have your social life, you have their social and you have relationships all over the place. Friends from church, friends from work, friends from, your book club or whatever, or your knitting group. So it's just always things to do, which is a wonderful thing. So I am not knocking it. But I think this weekend I probably don't have as many things. So I'm probably going to be able to focus on finishing those things I just talked about. And I usually end up staying up late anyway, and that's when I do most of my crafting. So I'm thinking that I'm going to focus on those 3 things. Now, let me move on. I got about 15 minutes before soccer practice is over, and probably 10 more minutes after that, they'll be home. So, stash, because of course, I got some stash. So I was podcasting. Yes, I was podcasting when I had my birthday back in December, and I showed you guys. I went on a girls' trip to celebrate. My birthday is in December 20th, so I usually don't try to celebrate my birthday on my birthday. I usually try to celebrate my birthday earlier in the year because I have learned that it's too close to Christmas. California, I don't know. It's probably changing somewhat, but this Southern California, Los Angeles is really a city full of transplants. So at Christmas time, people are leaving town left and right. Most people are gone, from around here. And if I'm not gone as well, because I'm not from here, I usually don't travel at Christmas though, because I'm from Chicago. And traveling during the holidays is horrific. Let me just say. And so, what we normally do is we would either fly my mother here during the summer, or fly at a different time of year to see my family, or they come out here. But I do plan on this year, we are making plans for me and my son to go home in August, and then my mother turned 75 in October. So I will go back to celebrate my mother's 75th birthday. So I will be back. I will be flying, but those are good times to fly because it's not the holidays yet, and the weather probably will still be holding. And so at any rate, let me go back to my story. What I started out to tell you is that I went to San Francisco with some girlfriends at the beginning of December, and one of my things was I'm going to treat myself. It's interesting. Sorry. I'm going to treat myself to some special yarn for my birthday, and I did. And I showed you this already. This is Mrs. Crosby's. Uh, Mrs. Crosby Loves to Play. And this, let me pull this out. This is a 100% superwash merino wool. It is approximately 370 yards, and it is in the satchel base, and it is in the colorway toucan. So this is the label. Let's see. Let me do better. And that actually don't matter because it's backwards, right? I forgot. So Mrs. Crosby Loves to Play, and I got this. And the reason why I was like, interesting is there is a knot, like right there. Can you believe that? Whatever, people. So I got this beautiful, it is washed out. You can't really see the vibrancy of the colors, but it's yellows, oranges, purples, a dark turquoisey green, some lighter green, some berry red. It's really pretty. And so I want to make this 3-color shawl. It's a crochet shawl. And I thought that this will be a good second color. So I got, and I'm not sure now. I think it still will be. Yeah. This is Knit Picks. This is Knit Picks Stroll Fingering in the color Blue Yonder Tonal. This is a hand-painted fingering weight yarn. It is 462 yards. It is 75% superwash merino wool and 25% nylon. I hope that's okay because this was 100% superwash. Hope that's okay. This one and then, sorry, and this one. And this is also Knit Pick Stroll in the colorway Pearlescent Tonal. So I thought that this one's going to be the main color. And then this one, and I'll show you guys the pattern. I don't think I'll be able to pull it up here, but I'm going to give it a shot. But I really wanted to make a crochet shawl, and I wanted to use a really good fingering weight yarn on it, and so I thought this would be good. I might change my mind, but right now that's what I think I'm going to do. That's my plan for that. I don't know when I'm going to get to cast that on because I'm not going to start it while I'm in the, at least I may, but not right now in the midst of the 100-day project situation. So I'm going to see if I can get my Ravelry notebook opened so I can maybe pull this up. And I don't know, okay. Oh yeah. So I wanted to do, it's called the Doppler. And I'm gonna see if I can show it. Sorry, I'm just looking down. I should be looking at you guys. And I'm just gonna pull up at least one of these pictures and try to make it big enough. Oh, there is a good picture. Okay. And so if you can see that beautiful, I think it's probably 4 colors in that, but I got 3. So I'm gonna make that work. I really want to make that. I want to make like something really pretty and drapey in crochet, and that's why I wanted to use this yarn. And I wanted to make this one for myself because this was my special birthday yarn. So that's it. That's one thing I want to make. And then my next little stash enhancement I want to show you is I'm planning on making, everybody's made the Joji Locatelli 3-color cashmere shawl. And I'm going to give it a shot, but I am not using cashmere. And I'm not actually giving that a shot. What I'm giving a shot is one of her other patterns, which is quite similar but a lot less intimidating, I think. And it is the three color cashmere cowl. Now, for me, I'm not using cashmere. I'm not using wool. I am, let me see if I can pull this up. Sorry, guys, I'm doing too much looking down. Sorry about that. So that is the three color cashmere shawl. I mean, cowl. I'm gonna give that a shot, but I'm planning to use, and this might not be contrasty enough, so I might change this the gray. But I'm planning on using these three colors. This is purple, this is a blue, and this is a gray. I might do a lighter gray. I do have a lighter gray for that. And this is honestly so not cashmere. This is a fingering weight loops and threads wool like. It is 90% acrylic and 10% nylon, I believe. That's right. And I've just been wanting to make something just so I can see the drape on it. And I'm so far from a yarn snob that I thought it's 85% acrylic and 15% nylon. So we'll see. We'll see because, like I always say, knitting and crochet is a very accessible craft. And I want to show some projects in some very affordable yarn so that folks who might not necessarily be able to afford an actual cashmere blend yarn can see that they can still make beautiful things using a very affordable yarn. So that's my plan for that. And then the other thing is I want to make, and I'm not going to be able to pull it up, but I'll link it. I bought a pattern off Etsy, and I believe the Hohi Locatelli cow is a paid for pattern, I believe. And I believe also the Doppler is as well. So I bought both of those. And then I think if they are paid for, I bought them. So I bought another pattern off Etsy, and I will see if I can manage to pull it up. I have a friend, guys. Unfortunately, I have a lot of friends over the last few years who have lost their spouses, and my friends are young women, very young to be widows, and when people go through stuff like that, it's just not a whole lot you can say or do. All you can do is all you can do is try to be there for them. All you can do is try to love them and express your love the best way you know how. There are never words in a situation like this. And so, and actually, when people go through a really, really hard time like this, no words are really necessary. People just need to know that you are there, that you love them, and that you are there to hold them up, and you're gonna walk through this with them, and that kind of thing. That's what people need to know in a hard time. And so we don't, as somebody who went through a really hard time, I guess what I want to say from this is that you don't have to have words. You don't have to have the words to say. You just need to be there for your friend. So just wanted to put that out there. So I can't even open my Etsy right now. So I wanted to show you the pattern that I bought. My friend who I'm speaking of, um, lives in another country. That she and her husband moved a few years ago, and he when they left, he was already sick, hoping to. Um, I was always hoping that things would get better, but unfortunately, they did not. So my friend is very far away, and so what I have decided to do, and I could not go to her. I mean, I don't even have a passport. I couldn't go to her. I couldn't be there. But I want to send my love, and I sent it all kinds of ways. But my most recent thought was I wanted to make her something, and I was like, can't really make a blanket. I can't make an Afghan, which is what I really want. I want to make something that she can wrap herself up in, and it could be like a hug from me and my family to her during this time. But they live in a climate that absolutely never gets cold. And so she wouldn't have a real reason to use anything like a crochet or knitted Afghan. So what I decided to do is make her a beautiful, beautiful handbag, a fun like island feel to it because she lives on an island. Something to just let her know that I'm putting all my love in every stitch to send off to her. And so I ordered this yarn. I wish I could pull up the pattern. Such a, you know, I should have pulled it up before I started this. But anyway, it's made with 100% cotton yarn. So I found this cotton yarn. It's called Premier Home Cotton. It's from Premier Yarns. And I have it in turquoise. Also in lime green, which you can barely see that. Yeah, you can't see that. Also got this beautiful orange basic colors, and then a yellow. And I also have it's a different blue, but they look real similar. So I'm kind of thinking I'm gonna trade this one for a red because look, you can barely tell the difference. They are different. This one is more like a Delft blue, and this one is turquoise, but they don't really. It's not enough contrast. So I'll probably get like a red or something to instead of the Delft blue one. And I'm going to make this really cute handbag, which I will still link the pattern in my notes, even though I can't pull up the picture. And I'm going to make a few other handmade things just to send like a little love care package of handmade items that, have all my love and all my prayers and all my friendship all wrapped up in every stitch. So that is my plan for that. The only other stash I want to show you guys is that I was on Amazon, which I'm on too much, and I found this little yarn bowl. It's a little yarn bowl. Look at it. It's very cute. If I turn it around, you can see the holes where the yarn will come through. And you can get it on Amazon for like $12.99. I haven't started using it yet. It is by a company called Yarn Valet. And yeah, I got this one on Amazon, but they have a website, yarnvalet.com. So I thought that would be kind of cute. I haven't used it yet. I've never used a yarn bowl, so I thought I would get like an affordable one before I spend a lot of money on. I saw a really nice ceramic one on Etsy that wasn't that bad in price, and I might try to get. But first, I want to test it out on this. I also want to yarn it, but I haven't gone for that yet. But anyway, I think that is everything. That is everything that I have to talk about today. So 33 minutes in, and I am done. So please, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. By the way, did I say that last time? I changed my name to Kim the Crafty Nomad on Instagram. I think I said that last time. I am Pettis Kim Knits on Ravelry. I have a Etsy store called Ebony Pearl, which is right now shut down, but I do have an Ebony Pearl page on Facebook that you can go over there and like that. I always post my my episodes on that page as well. It's EBONIEPEARL, named after my two favorite people in the world, my niece and my grandmother. And so what else? Where else can you find me? Our podcast group is called the Crafty Nomad podcast group. please go over there and join. And the main reason why you guys want to do that is that we are having a giveaway to go along with this 100-day project, 100 days of whips. And again, I mentioned her earlier, but my friend Mars over at the Brownberry Chronicles, she is Hey Brownberry on Instagram. Check out the Brownberry Chronicles podcast. She does a great podcast. So please check her out. But she is supporting me in this effort to go after these whips by giving me $5 for every completed project that I finish, up to $25. And she will give it to me in the form of a gift card. And she is going to give one to you guys as well. So look, I am on my way. I have 4 projects that were in my old deep whip pile. Those are the ones I'm counting. I'm not counting the chunky cow, because I just started and finished that. That does not count. It's the old stuff that counts in this. And so I'm on my way to earning the whole $25, guys. So if you wanted your chance to win a $25 gift certificate as well, please stay tuned for more details on this giveaway. But in the meantime, please subscribe on this channel. Hit the subscribe button. Give me some likes. Give me some comments. And please join my podcast group so that you can be a part of this giveaway. Because what I'm going to end up doing is opening up a thread. And once I figure out what questions I may ask, but somehow we're going to do the drawing from I think from the podcast group. So please go over and join and stay tuned for more details on that. All right, I've been rambling on. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great rest of your week. Be kind, be loving, be giving. And in the meantime, keep it crafty. Bye, guys.